everyone, welcome to another edition of PaperRenee.com. Today we're going to be making a thank you card, and I'm going to be using the Stretch Your Imagination Cricut cartridge to cut out this watering can. The watering can is on page 69, and I'm using the layers and the shadow because I don't really want the bird on the top of it, and so the layer does not have the bird, and then on the shadow I just cut it off, and so it looks something like this. You can see where I just cut that off. So for this card, I am using this Cosmo Cricut mini deck called DeLovely in this really cute springy colors. I run this through my printer to get the sentiment on here. I did it in a bigger font and a smaller font. I set the paper to landscape size in Word. And this says, "You are helping to plant the seeds of a child's faith." I'm going to be putting in the parable of the mustard seed on the inside from Matthew 13 on the inside of this card. And so what I put it in Word, I made 2 columns, and I put the sentiment on the bottom. This is great if you're going to mass produce a lot of cards, that you could do that, pretty quickly. So here it is. I cut it in half, and now I'm going to be making a standard size card. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Martha Stewart punch, and I'm going to punch the bottom of this card out. And the way to line it up so the ends will be the same is to kind of line it up on the punch like this and then start punching from the middle. For the next step of my card is I'm going to use some of this really bright, pretty yellow cardstock. It is really bright, but it's really cheerful, so I kind of like it. And I'm using this Powerpuff Pink Cheeks chalk ink, and I'm just going to ink up the edges. Here's a sheet of the paper from that Cosmo Cricut mini deck, and I'm going to ink these up also. This piece of paper is cut at 5 1/4 by 2 1/4, and the yellow is a little bit bigger. It's like ½ inch bigger all the way around. So it's cut at 5 3/4 and 2 1/2. Alright, I'm going to use my ATG 714 and just adhere this down. The next thing I want to do is I want to put a strip of paper also from that same set under here so it will kind of finish off the bottom of the card, because since I had already folded it, you see there's like a gap there, so it needs some paper there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some paper, a strip of glue right along the inside of the card, and the best way to do this is to just put your paper on the bottom, open up your card like this and put the paper on the bottom so it lines up with the bottom of the card. Like that. And then fold this down. And that way you know it'll be exactly where it needs to be. And then you can just cut off the edges. Okay, I'm going to put a piece of ribbon on this here using the cheater method. Oop, you can see this paper. This is Whirlwind. Well, might as well leave that on there, it won't matter. The next thing I want to do is, here's my little watering can, and it's going to go here, and I'm going to stamp the words "thank you" on there, because this is a thanking somebody for volunteering in the children's ministry. I really encourage you, wherever you go to church or your kids' school, to get involved in volunteering. It is so much fun. It's a great way to meet people. It's a great way to do something and kind of give back to your community a little bit. And it's really helped me a lot now that my daughter has gotten so much older, and I find that I'm kind of by myself more. it's been great. It's been a great way to make new friends and just be around people. The other thing I'm going to do here, now that I'm looking at this, is I think I'm going to also ink up this watering can. Okay, I'm not going to put this down just yet because I'm going to add some little flowers. Got these cute little Prima flowers that I'm going to put on there. And what I'm going to do is get a pencil and I'm going to put them, let's see. I'm just doing it in pencil so they will, I'm just making a pencil mark so they'll just line up better. Okay. And I'm going to take my hole punch. I have a really small hole punch, which is perfect for this. And we're just going to punch some holes in. I'm doing all of this before I adhere it to the card so that all of this stuff will be hidden whenever I attach it down. Okay, let's do the white one in the middle with a blue brad. I now have the 3 little flowers, little Prima flowers on there with the different color brads attached. And now I'm going to use my ATG gun and I'm going to adhere this to the card. Alright, there's that put down. And I'm going to put my little watering can on there. I'm going to use some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. I love these little things. They're so cute. Just makes everything a little bit more special. And then for the last step, I'm going to make a little bow right here using this blue ribbon. All you have to do is just tie it, just like that. And cut it on an angle, just for fun. Alright, there you have it. There is the card for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. And try using your word processing software to help you on your card making. Y'all have a great week. Thanks for watching. Bye.